Hey, what's going on YouTube? The channel's If Sports Cards. My name is Ian, and today I'm going to give you an end-to-end experience of what it's like to submit cards via the PSA mobile app. I have never done it before, so this will be my first time. And then after that, I'm going to send some of the cards, many of these cards, to the eBay vault for sale. Maybe some will go to the PSA vault, and maybe some will come home. But I'm going to lay out these options a little bit more for you in detail so you guys can have an idea of what you need to make a decision for. Let's start with the first one, send to home. That's the default option. You might want to choose this option if you're just going to send some PC cards in, or you just, for some reason, you want the physical slabs in your hand to sell in person, whatever it might be. That is the typical option. But they also have the eBay vault option, which if you want to be quick to the market, get your cards sold quickly, you don't have to worry about the packaging or shipping as they do it all for you. And once that card is paid for, you get your funds within 3 days. It sounds like a great option. Many of these cards today, I'm going to utilize that because I just want to sell them. I want them to be gone. Don't have to worry about them. And the fee structure actually doesn't look too bad. All of these cards are going to be under the $500 clip level. So, I'm looking at 14 to 16% on the fees, which is honestly not too far off from what eBay will charge you anyway. And when you sell your cards on eBay, obviously you have to package and ship your cards yourself, which is just a big hassle. It takes a lot of time. So on paper, the eBay vault looks like a very good option, but we will see. Lastly, they do have the PSA vault. If you're not sure which option you want to choose, you can just send it there and make a decision later. Or if you want to sell the card, but it's the off season or that player is injured or something like that, you can just send it to the vault and then easily decide, okay, now I want to list it for sale on eBay. You just go click a button in there and they'll do the rest. Obviously, at the end of this video, we will kind of look at what I was charged and stuff like that from a fees perspective. So we'll talk more on that later. But for now, let's see what this mobile app is all about. I'm excited for this because the online one took a little bit of time. I'm hoping this streamlines it a little bit. Let's find out. All right, so we're going to click this submission beta button. We got trading cards. Yep. Continue. Grading. All right, now we got to take a picture. I'm going to utilize this Justin Fields Silver Prism rookie card. He's getting some playing time with the Steelers. Who knows what this card will be, but I think it looks good. It was actually in a sealed Panini case. This was a replacement, so hopefully, centering and everything looks pretty dang good. So we're going to utilize this. Just going to snap a picture here of the card. Scanning for your card. There is a 2021 Panini Prism Justin Fields Silver Prism. PSA estimate $8 to $221. I'm guessing 8 is like a very low, I don't know, PSA 1 maybe, and the 221 is probably the PSA 10 value. I'm going to add that item, and it gives you a recommended service level October value bulk grading special. That is their current grading special for $17.99 per item. I think that's the one I want. Declared value. You saw that the PSA 10 was a $221 card, so I'll put that in there because that's what I think it's going to get. This is the first card I put in there, so I don't need to select this, but I'll unselect it for fun. Add item, and there you go. We have our first card in there. That took no time at all. You can see at the top there, the selected service level requires a minimum of 10 items. Now I'm going to put the rest of these cards into the submission form, and I'll let you know how it went at the end. All right, I ended up switching. I didn't want my most expensive card to be at the top, so I put the Bryce Young in here, but I got 18 cards in here right now. I might add a couple here. I don't know. I got to look through some of my cards to see what's going on, but I went on Card Ladder, found out what the declared value is. The only real thing that matters for is obviously the service level. If you put a declared value over, I think this one is $4.99, it won't let you do it, but it's for insurance purposes. If something were to happen, that's the value I guess you're insured for. If you don't want to take the time to figure out what each card is, you can just choose the max amount, $4.99 for each. You might spend a couple more dollars on insurance or shipping for insurance, but that'll be it. But yeah. I got this in here. I'm going to proceed to checkout. I'm going to ship them out. And I guess when they pop, I'm going to report back to you guys and let you know what those grades are and what I'm going to do with those cards. But I got to say, this so far was awesome. So much easier to do on your phone. I will say about half of the time I would take a picture of one of these cards and it would pull up something that wasn't even close. Like sometimes, I'd have a football card and it would pull up soccer cards, baseball cards in the same, same set of options. They give you like 4 options, I think, to choose from, but that was the only thing. It was it wasn't too hard to go in then and just type in what the card was, and you could find it then. It was pretty easy. But let's see. Cross your fingers for me, and we'll see you guys hopefully again here very soon. All right, guys, we are back now. They received my order on October 21st, in just over 2 weeks. They got my grades completed. This is November 7th. I have 18 cards, and I have no idea what grades these got, but I did send them all to the PSA vault, which you see there at the top. It says 18 items sent to PSA vault. I did that because now I can make a decision based on the grades. Do I want to quickly list them on eBay, or do I want them shipped back to me to hold on for some reason? But I think most of these, regardless of grade, I'm just going to send straight to eBay and let them do their thing over there. But here goes nothing. Wish me luck, guys. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I just, some of the cards I thought were questionable, but we'll see. This is cool. If you have not seen this yet, this is the first time I'm actually doing a blind reveal of a whole submission. Usually I do like one card just to, scratch that itch a little bit. But if you're an impatient person, at least this is still a cool way to view what grades you got and have it still be a surprise. So we got a Bryce Young Prism Variation. We got a PSA 10. That's good. We needed that on that card. All right, so I'm just going to leave that. I think I just click over here to the right. Next card. Look at that. That is sweet. All right, 2023. This is the Stroud Optic. Purple Shock. A 9. Okay. Shoot. It's okay, though. Another Stroud. This time the Blue Hyper. This one, we'd prefer a 10 on this one. But we get a 9 again. Dang. All right. Stroud's not looking good, right? Oh, it doesn't even matter what grade this is. The time I sent this one in, the price has dropped a little. So this might be one where I'd want to send back home. But Purple Shock here, of course. We get the 10 on the Richardson. Of course. It says PSA estimate there at the bottom. I didn't see on the last few if it had that, but $31 to $46. All right. Laporta, that's my dude. This is a hollow out of Optic. A 9, no. You know what else I got to look at? I haven't seen, do they put PSA notes right in this app? I hope I remember to look. Because, out of curiosity, I want to know what these cards, where they missed. I like that. Maybe. We'll see. Preview Pink of Laporta. We got a 10 on that one. Very nice. A Bijan Robinson. Pink again. Pink preview. A 10 on that. Bijan had himself a good game this last weekend. Blue Scope, same thing with preview. All right, baby. Bijan helping us out. All right, Prism Disco. I don't think this one's getting a 10. Yeah, I didn't think so. I was going to send this in the last submission. I held it back, and then this time I'm like, let's send it. It's a little off-centered, you could tell right away. But I thought it was worth a try. No PSA estimate on that one. Another one, Pink Prism. See, this was another one where I held back and then decided, screw it. Look how off-centered this is. This looks a lot more off-centered than looking at it raw, I feel like. I don't know. Not great. I was hoping to avoid any 8s. 9s are inevitable. Jordan Addison, Disco. A 9. Dang. I think this was another one I held back and I was like, you gotta be, if you want all 10s, you gotta be a little strict. I wasn't. I will say. Blue Hyper. 10. All right. We got a PSA 10 Jordan Addison. This guy's pretty dang good. Where am I? I feel like I'm like 50-50 right now. Will Levis Blue Hyper. We need a 10 on this one. And we got it. Nice. All right. Justin Fields. Ain't no way this is getting a 10. Just look at the off-center on the back.
Bruh.
What? This card is very off-centered. This is a card where I sent in a Prism Silver Variation to PSA for replacement, and they sent me back the non-variation, the base rookie, which is better, but it was sealed and everything. It looks off-centered. I'm curious what they have to say about that one. Victor Wembanyama. I think I have 2 of these. These are just base Optic. We need 10s. We need 10s on the Wembies. We need 10s on the Wembies. We got 10s on the Wembies. All right. Very nice. Is there 1 or 2 left? I think 2 maybe? Yep. This is the Select Blue, the retail version of Wemby. We need 10s on the Wembies. We got it. All right, Stroud. I think this is a base. Pretty sure. Base Stroud, please. Oh, yeah. I've had no luck with the base optic. Dang. All right. So I think that concludes the submission. You can reveal again if you want, which is kind of cool if you want to surprise your buddies, whatever. Where can I find any like grading notes? Let's just I want to look at the 7. Like, what? This was going to be the biggest card I think this was the one I most valued. They still estimate this to be $100 card. Is that right? Pop higher. Wow. That's a lot, actually. I wouldn't have expected that. 41 of these PSA 7s. Wow. These numbers just blow my mind. All right. I don't know where to find the notes. Well, I just counted. I have 10 PSA 10s out of the 18, so just over 50%. Not great, but like I said, I wasn't super picky on a lot of these. It's like 50% of the cards I look at, I'm like, yeah, that one's going to get a 10. And then I'm like, eh. I think for the most part, the ones where I thought there was any sort of flaw, I think we got dinged for it. So, that's nice to know going forward. Obviously, it's still subjective. I cannot find where they tell you what's wrong with the card. Maybe it's something you can only get online. I'll kind of look at that here, and I'll add something in if I can find something. But I'm going to click send to vault on one of these to see what happens. Item is on its way to the vault. Oh, so I got to come back. It's not there yet. All right, well, I guess I'll be back here shortly, but that was fun. Little grade review there. Obviously would have liked a little better results, but it is what it is. Stay tuned, guys, because I'm going to send some of these home, and I'm going to send some straight to eBay and let you know how all that process worked out for me. But, so far, so good. All right, so here we are just a few days later. Apparently, after you get a notification that your cards are being sent to the vault, it does take a few days for them to get into the vault, at which time you can do something about it. But I do want to talk about a few things. I think I already said I sent all of these to the vault, but if for some reason you had something else selected, the default option will be to ship to yourself at home. If you decide you want to get something quickly onto the market, as soon as you see that your grades have popped, you have like a day max to make that decision. So be sure you'll get notifications on your phone and stuff like that. So you will see that, but it's pretty quick. So if you don't make that decision right away, it's going to go with whatever option you selected initially. But yeah, let's jump in here. I'm going to sell some of these, probably not all of them, but let's just go one by one. I'm going to go Bryce Young. I'm going to sell this Bryce Young variation. He's starting still. He's playing pretty well. A PSA estimate is $140 on this card. I have no idea what it's going for, but let's see. I can do auction or buy it now. Can't do buy it now. Never mind. Only an auction. Selling on Golden is available. Not for this card. Okay. Starting bid amount, $1. And auctions will go live between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, cool. So I think the hot day is November, or hot day is Sunday. I think we go with that. Okay. What I'm curious about is there an easier way to track your cards selling? Like when the auction's going, I'm sure you can obviously go to PSA's account and see what they're selling on their eBay store, and you could figure out what your cards are. But maybe there's an easier way to do that. Okay, PSA will retain a selling fee. Yep, a minimum of $5. All that's fine. They do pay for eBay fees. It's, from what my understanding, we'll see at the end of this thing, the fees are going to be very similar as to if you were just to sell it on eBay yourself, but you don't have to worry about the packing and shipping and all that stuff that's time consuming, and no one likes doing that stuff. I'll also say that if you do send it to the PSA vault, which mine are in, PSA assumes the responsibility of those cards from the moment that it's shipped from their headquarters after grading to the vault. So if something happens to the card, you'll be compensated for whatever the value of that card is. Okay, as I was talking there, hopefully you guys read all that. I'm going to preview the listing to see what it looks like. Okay, there you go. That's so easy. I wonder if I can select more than one, or if I have to do it one by one. We need a few more details. Okay. United States. You will get paid within 3 days of the auction ending. Some of that does depend on how quickly your bank can transact that, but I guess that's it. So I got to set up payouts. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that, but we'll see what it does. All right, so I got to set up a Stripe account. That'll be punching in my bank number and that sort of thing. So I'm not going to do that here in front of you guys. All right, so now I'm back at my Bryce Young card. This is not live yet, so I'm assuming maybe I can change this if I really wanted to. But all right, he is out the door. I got to do it one by one, I guess. The Strouds, they got 9s, which is unfortunate, but you know, what can you do about it? It is what it is. So yeah, I'm not going to do this for every single one because, you know, this will be a very long video if I do that, but you guys can see kind of how this works. No estimate on this one. All right. See you later, Stroud. So easy. So easy, just like that. So if you're quick, maybe online you can select more than one, but on the app I definitely cannot. If you have massive orders, that could be a bit of a headache. But, you know, for the Anthony Richardsons, he's going to be playing this coming weekend. I'll probably wait to see how he plays before submitting those. But for most of these other ones, there's a lot of Anthony Richardson in here. I think a lot of these other ones are going to go. Wemby, probably going to send those out too. But, yeah, I guess I will report back once these cards are sold, so a little over a week from now. I'll report back. Maybe I'll wait till after I get the funds and kind of dive into what the fees look like and that sort of thing. But yeah, very easy. I enjoy this. I don't have to worry about shipping anything. None of that. Check this out, guys. I can go on the PSA website and actually select all of the ones. You can see these ones. I did like 4 manually on my phone, but on the website you can go through here. I'm going to check everything that's not Anthony Richardson. And I can go to actions and sell on eBay. Look at that. Much better. I like that. See ya. And there they go. Pretty cool. I'm a big fan. We'll see how it turns out. Stay tuned. All right, guys. All of the 15 cards that I sent to the eBay vault have sold, and they've been paid for, and I have gotten payment for them. I will say it was so seamless and easy. And as soon as each card went live, I got an email, which looked something like this. And I also could go in the PSA app and look in there and easily clicked on the view listing and see, you know, what the bids look like and stuff like that if you were curious. It was all very, very cool and easy to use. The Anthony Richardsons that I actually sent to the PSA vault are still sitting in there, but PSA did send me offers for some of these cards, which was kind of cool. I didn't expect that. I didn't accept them, but I might throw those up in the eBay vault here very soon. In conclusion, the whole phone integration, being able to submit via your phone and sending straight to the eBay vault and having them sell it and ship it all out, everything a big W. In comparing the eBay fees, which are 12.35% versus PSA's fees, which are 16%, on my highest sale, which was $90, I would have gotten $3 more had I sold this card myself on eBay. But then I have to package it up. I have to take it to the post office. I had to pay for shipping. You guys know how much shipping costs, right? I cannot tell you how nervous I get when I ship slabs in the mail. You see things getting cracked all the time. Not everyone has the appropriate supplies sitting around at their house to send these things out the right way. So having PSA just handle all of that, let's just say I didn't lose sleep at night. The only regret I think I have out of this whole process is not sending that Justin Fields back to me after I saw I got a PSA 7. I would have liked to seen what did I miss on that card because I have no idea, but it's gone. I didn't have to worry about it. I actually kind of forgot about it until I recorded this part of it. So out of sight, out of mind, right? And lastly, I will say this. If you are going to send cards to PSA and you're hoping to get 10s on every single one, be picky as to what you send in. If you see a flaw on a card, you got to believe that PSA is going to see it too, and then some. But if some of you guys out there are planning on sending in cards to PSA for the very first time, be sure to utilize my referral link down below. I'll put it in a pinned comment. It'll also be in the description. And utilize my promo code IFSPORTS25 to get $25 off of your very first submission. So then when you get a PSA 7, you'll be like, wow, Ian paid for that one. Good luck to you guys on your future submissions. And we will see you guys again, hopefully very soon. Until then, be smart, be safe, and be humble. Ian out.